With one family devastated and an entire community reeling after Monday's deadly discovery inside the sanctuary of the church in Sacramento. Again, we want to remind you that the sheriff is pointing to domestic violence as to what motivated this incident. Weave is one local organization that helps thousands of victims cope with and survive this kind of abuse in their life. Weave now stands for When Everyone Acts, Violence Ends. Its CEO, Beth Hassett, with me now live. Thank you so much for joining us on what is a very difficult morning for many.
It's just a tragedy, and everyone at Weave and throughout the community is just reeling from this horrible news.
We know that the most dangerous time for victims of domestic violence can be when they decide to leave. The investigation into what happened yesterday at the church in Sacramento is less than 24 hours old, so the full picture is still developing, but it sounds like a scenario in which the mother of this family was doing all of the quote-unquote right thing. She had filed a restraining order against her estranged husband, and supervised visits had been established for the kids to see their dad, and then everything went wrong.
Well, I think this really highlights three areas where we let victims down as a society, and we need to do better. The first is that people who have restraining orders against them are not supposed to have guns. They're supposed to relinquish those weapons. Law enforcement's supposed to go get them. We are not good at doing that in our society. The other is that supervised visits, there's a wide range of what a supervised visit can look like. Everything from it being with a family member to being with somebody who actually, as a business, does that and ensures some level of safety. Unfortunately, there aren't enough people who conduct those visits in safe places, and it's expensive. People can't afford to have those types of visits. And the last area is just in general legal assistance. Unfortunately, too many victims are getting those restraining orders without any legal advice, without any assistance. At Weave, we have 4 attorneys, and we could have 20 attorneys, and we still don't have enough people to help all the victims who need the assistance. And an attorney can really make a difference in determining what's on that restraining order, including a higher level of security around supervised visits. So it's tragic. We need to do better as a community. We need to put more resources into making sure these victims are safe in the future.
Let's stay with this topic of the supervised visits. I was going to ask you about that. Investigators tell us the chaperone monitoring the supervised visit was that 5th person killed. We now know that person was a 59-year-old male. As you just mentioned, sometimes this can be a family member that both sides agree on, and sometimes this is a hired person. I think maybe today may be the first time that a lot of people in the community are recognizing maybe the kind of danger that that person, the chaperone, might regularly be putting themselves in.
Absolutely. Nobody knows how a domestic violence situation is going to play out. We just don't know. They can get very volatile, especially when the power has shifted from the person who's been the abuser to the person who now has a restraining order against that person. And it's a dangerous situation to be the person who is conducting these visits and putting themselves and possibly the children in danger. A judge has a lot of leeway in how those visits are outlined in a restraining order. And unfortunately, since just anybody can go get their own restraining order without any legal assistance or representation, people don't always know what to ask for in that restraining order.
What are your concerns about the chilling effect this terrible situation may have on other victims in trouble who are trying to leave a violent situation they feel has become untenable? They may be saying to themselves, what I'm living with is terrible, but at least I'm living with it. I don't want to do anything like a restraining order or supervised visits that may motivate my abuser to kill.
I would hate for anybody to get out of this that restraining orders don't work or that restraining orders aren't a solution. They aren't the solution for every single person, but they are a tool. And they're a tool when they're acted on, when guns are taken away, when people have either no visitation or safer visitation. They can be a tool. But I think all of this just highlights the need for every person who's making that choice, whether to stay or to go, to get all of the advice, all the support, all of the safety planning they possibly can. Reach out to Weave, reach out to other organizations serving victims of domestic violence, and make sure you know all of your options. And as a community, we need to do everything we can to keep these victims safe once they do leave.
And we are running out of time, but before we finish with you, just your word for the court system, for society when it comes to perhaps listening to victims, people who have been in this situation, because I know a lot of times somebody goes to court and says, my partner has become really dangerous. I'm concerned about my children going there. I'm concerned about the supervised visits, and they're kind of made to feel like they're overreacting.
You know, victims generally minimize what's going on. So when somebody is really raising that red flag and speaking up for themselves, we as a community need to believe them, and we need to be on high alert and help them in any way that we can. It's not easy to leave a long-term relationship, especially when there are children involved. And if somebody's taking those steps, it's serious business, and we all need to treat it as such.
Thank you so much for your insight this morning. Also, serious business, the support that you offer to people in need. And we want to share that phone number. You can call 916-920-2952 to get help from WEAVE in our communities. Thank you so much, Beth.
Thank you.